Hello everybody, Fantasticairy here, back with another video. I was inspired by the moss on the tree from my walk last week, so I decided to recreate this in my sketchbook page. I start off with some moss green or sap green using my 1/4" shader brush. It creates these kind of cool lines on an angle that I really like, create this unique shape and texture. Add in some contrast, some more variation of the green, adding Payne's gray to it, and then a more saturated sap green using the wet on wet technique to let everything blend naturally. I switch it up and I start doing the base of the tree. I start off with a more yellowish yellow ochre, kind of just shaping in my composition, again using the wet on wet technique to add in some more different colors and contrast and browns to see what happens when everything dries. Once everything's dry, I'm going to add in a more contrast of brown. This color is very satisfying to me. It kind of reminds me of chocolate. It's also fun watching the paint blend into the still wet parts of the paper. I'm just shaping in some of the contrast parts of the bark. And then I head up to the top of the moss part to add in some Payne's gray mixed in with some cobalt blue to add in the little bit of snow that was sitting on top of the moss. Heading back down to the bark, I'm going to use my 05 round brush, my very tiny brush, to detail in some little details. Very stylized and conceptual feeling, kind of more focusing on a lot of the colors that I chose from the picture and the reference I took. Then I'll head back up to the moss to shape in some mossy details as well, with more contrast. From here on, I'll let you guys enjoy the final reveal with some music, and I'll see you at the end for the end result. I decided to add in a little bit of the forest background. Very simple, nothing too crazy in detail. Creating this palette was more of the focus on this image. I feel the tree bark could have been a little bit more clear, but I do actually kind of like how this turned out. As always, I like to experiment in my sketchbooks with the things that I paint with watercolor. The different textures, shapes, and styles I can get from certain brush techniques and watercolor techniques. It's a little bit of a short video this week, guys. I wasn't able to quite fill the sketchbook. I've been a little bit busy, but that is life. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all your comments below. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more. You can find me on the social medias and the links in the descriptions below, as well as my imprint shop. You can purchase some of the artwork I've done thus far. The videos are every Friday. I will see you guys next week with another video. Hopefully this whole sketchbook will be filled with a bunch of the nature that is hidden beneath the winter snow. Alright guys, I'll see you next week. Bye bye!